Howdy, howdy. This is Blue Otter. Today we're going to look at Mistpaw Ravine. This is a new demo that came out by Jon Nielsen. Music's nice. I played a little bit of this, but let's go ahead and start a new game. Settlement name is Ottermire. Gather wood. The lantern is working, boss. The mist is cleared just enough to start our settlement. Let's start by collecting resources so we can get building. So we're going to place down 2 woodcutters. We're going to place one here and over here. Construct buildings. Cats without other jobs will automatically construct buildings. Once completed, an available cat will assign themselves to the woodcutter and start working. So we see this cat is working. Right. So this is being built. And you can see that they just fly around on little brooms, and it's so cute. Let's continue collecting mist. We need to start collecting this mist so that we can expand. We'll also need it to create water. Your new handheld lanterns are perfect for this. So we're gonna come back here. We're gonna do gather. We'll place one right here. No. Place one here and here. I know it wants to. We'll place one over here as well. Let's speed it up just a little bit. Creating rivers. We'll need water so that we can start growing food for our cats. Mist extract can be converted into water using a water source. Build a water source on the empty ravine. Its worker will begin producing water to create a river. Ensure it is powered by placing it in the range of the town center. If you are out of cats, you can pause another building to free up its workers. Buildings can be paused by selecting them and clicking the pause button. So come over here. We're going to do a water. We'll place it right here. And they're just going to move some stuff right there. We're going to build that water spout. All right. Farming. Farmers plant and harvest crops. Build a farmhouse near where you'd like to grow crops. Crops must first be placed within range of a farmhouse before farmers can get to work. Crops that aren't on grass will not grow and will eventually die. Come over here to farmhouse. Let's do a farmhouse right here. Now it will tell me like how far out I can do, which we can go out to there, which really about all the grass that we're going to have over here. So let's go ahead and plant as much as we can. Let's also do all right, there we go. And we need to place the rad, which we just did. Poop. Cats like to poop after they eat. If you do not have a litter box, they poop on the floor, making nearby cats stinky. Stinky cats do not like being stinky. As the number of cats grow, be sure to build more litter boxes to support them. So we need to come over here. We're going to build a litter box. We need to build one. We can build one over here. Let's see. Trying to make sure I am staying in range of everything. That should cover pretty much all we've got. Let's go over here. We're going to build another plant right there. Storing resources. We'll need dedicated storage building to store all of our resources. Assign a storage building, source near, and selecting it. So we need to build 2 stockpiles. And build a liquid storage. So we're going to build a liquid storage here. We're going to store mist extract. And then we also need wood here, and we're just going to store wood. Oh, and we need a stockpile to do for rad. We'll do... Hold on, let's see over here. Yeah, we can do like right here. Yeah, we definitely need more litter boxes. All right, continue. We also need to build homes. Settlement will not succeed without happy cats. Build homes to increase their happiness and allow kittens to be born. So let's just do a little bit there. That should hopefully be enough. We'll be able to do that. Oh, they want 5 homes. We're going to move these around later. We'll do an even 6. Speed things up. So we look around, you've actually got a pretty decent size map. So we're starting here. And we're waiting for some of these homes to be built. You can also always come here and you can do a priority. So we could do like 1 priority, 2 priority, or high priority. Yeah, there is no reason. I have so many litter boxes. There's no reason for these cats to be pooping everywhere. Like, that's not a litter box. I guess we could, I mean, we could remove this one and add a litter box right here. We'll remove that one and we're going to add another liquid storage. And I feel like I probably could stand to have a couple more of these mist extractors. Now I don't have any extra workers though. So let's pause this one. Or do it this one? This one's actually, take it back. This one's done. So we'll lower this one. Eventually we're going to hit, yeah, here we are. He's going to build it. There we go. Continue. Advanced resource production. Planks are needed to construct many buildings. They are made of in a sawmill using wood. Make sure a sawmill is placed within range of the power center. So come over here and we can do a sawmill. Do a sawmill right there. Yeah, that's within the power space. So yeah, so we've got plenty. Okay, I need I need my guys to cut down wood down here because this is like prime farmland right now. So they're going to build a sawmill. We'll high prioritize that one. Okay, that was what I needed, was I just needed that one. So here we have adults, number of kittens, unassigned workers. Yeah, we just built the sawmill. Build a mana accumulator. So if we pause this one, we have over here a mana accumulator. Let's build it out here. And then when that tree goes down, we're going to actually build a second one because I do want to make sure that these get built relatively quickly, and you'll see why. Also, let's go ahead and build a second one of these so that we can store. And then we'll do 2 more. This guy can go over here. This one will be for wood. This one will be for planks. For now. We're gonna also add a second mana. New buildings are unlocked in the mana research menu. Select a research group and pay the mana cost to unlock the buildings in that group. More advanced research tiers require certain thresholds of cat happiness to be met. Do everything you can to make sure your cats are as happy as possible in order to progress. Unlock power. So we go here. We have tier 1. We have power, and then you have to press and hold unlock. We only have 8 now, so we've got forestry, logistics and safety, and decoration. So those are ones that we're going to do tier 1. Tier 2 involves crystals, grilling, so more advanced food, scaling up, bigger houses, claw maintenance, so we get a scratching post. Here we have ink processing, terraforming, gloom power, and deep mist collection. 4 aquatic farming, power storage, gloom protection, poop mastery, and then 5 is not listed right now, but tiers 4 and 5 are on the full game. So the power grid. The town center generates some power, but in order to power additional production buildings, you will need generators. Wood-powered generators produce a lot of power at the cost of wood. To save fuel, generators can be paused in times when you don't need the power. Pylons are used to connect buildings to the power grid. Production buildings within range of a pylon or the town center are able to draw power from the power grid. So we need to build a wood-powered generator, which we'll place like right here. I'll eventually move that. So these we'll prioritize this one. So the wood power generators and the generators in general don't necessarily need to be placed right next to the pylon, as I found out. You can place the pylon anywhere you want, and as long as you have the wood generator somewhere on the map, then you can build stuff. We can put that at normal priority. So there we go. We're starting to get some of the planks in. We do have 1 unassigned worker. You do want to have some unassigned workers. And of course, you're going to get kittens, and I don't believe kittens count towards your worker count. Kittens just kind of exist to be cute. There we go. We got the wood power generator. That's it, boss. The settlement is well on its way to becoming a thriving city. Keep your cats fed and happy. When in doubt, check the mana research menu for new buildings to unlock and construct. I recommend researching and building a forester. You'll need a steady supply of wood to keep your generators running and powering your water spouts. Good luck, boss. We're all counting on you. Yeah, so here we have mist extractors, mist extractors, mist extractors. So that's getting to there. We can go down to here, I believe. Nope, we can do one more. How far over can we go? Yeah, I don't know if we can actually, if it will grow right there. We'll try. This one will move out here. This one we can move right here. I don't know how well these waiting to be planted. So I'll be curious to see how well that works. We have 2 building lacking resources. Okay. So this one we probably need to get some mist extraction, and we can do some mist extraction. We can turn this one back on. Let's put this one right here, and this one. I keep moving these out closer and closer so that way they don't have to keep going. We do need to unlock, we can unlock forestry, and logistics would also be a really good one to unlock right now. Especially when we're having a gloom storm starting. One of the things you're going to want to do is to have, where is it? Right here. We have a hauling station. Haulers quickly move resources between storage, build sites, and workplace. But a cleric removes gloom spores and cures cats of gloom sickness. So this is also really important. So we're just going to move that over one. And we're going to put this like right there. Where is, okay, right here. We're going to move this over here. And I feel like we could probably have a couple of there we go. This one will move to here. And we can plant that right there. So we are going to prioritize the cleric, because that's going to help with any of these cats that get sick. They're going to be able to heal them, as well as you're going to get like gloom spores, which will be like kind of like infections, kind of similar to yeah, like over here, kind of similar to in the Wandering Village. See, this can move down here. Okay, so it's it's done. But then we've got something over here. Yeah, gloom spore. But this guy, we're gonna need to cure that. But I think to get that, we're going to need to maybe do some pausing and see if we can't get... There we go. Now we've got someone that can build this because we just got to get someone to transfer some stuff over. And we've got some kittens that are coming through. Now you can come over here and you can see your cats. So we've got soba, garlic, tofu, bao, wasabi, papaya, toast, pumpkin, fettuccine, grain, lime, nacho, jam, cashew, waffle, melody, tuna, and Humphrey. So we're just gonna we gotta kind of let it go just a little bit, just so we can get them up. Let's see if we build, if we do, we can do a litter box here. We'll do a second farmhouse right there. I mean, I know that actually, or you know what? Instead of there, let's do it right here. Okay, we need... Okay, we got 200. Let's go ahead and unlock this one. Now we get 2, but we need cat happiness of 5. Okay, we got 2 cats. Get this because we've got to keep that mist extraction up so that we can keep the water going. No, instead of deleting that, let's just bring it down here. We have decorations. So we could do like a lamp. And we also have a plant, which you know, honestly, if we just move that one, come over here back to decorations, we'll do something like that. We'll add another house to that. Okay, since some of these guys are already full up, we're just going to go ahead and send some there so that way they can maybe be moving stuff. Should get a hauler. Let's see, can we... Okay, well, we're able to get with the farm. If we do... No, we need tier 5. Okay, what do we need? They're stinky. So we need more litter boxes is what I'm hearing. So especially if you're looking to where the litter box, if you look over like where the poop is, maybe if we send a litter box over there. All right, we can pause this one because we need to get. So the ones that I don't ever suggest pausing. One is the mana accumulator because they're continually making mana, and that's actually beneficial. 2 is the cleric. I highly recommend always keeping the cleric. Just because yeah, and then here you can have up to 4 cats. We're gonna pause that. That should get me some extra cats. There we go. Now we're at 6, so we can unlock this one. So down here, we'll move this over to here, and we're going to turn this back on because I really need to get this area. What I want to do is we're going to do that, but then we're going to have over here we'll have this. Now that's a litter box. This, man, we'll just move that down there. And I found out, okay, then we need a grill. So we'll put a grill there. That's still in the power, I believe. Yeah, I believe this is going to take power production is 35, total demand 25. This is going to take, I don't quite know how much, but I am going to need these crystals. So let's go ahead and unlock this. And we're going to need to do, yeah, we're going to need to do a mine, which we'll put right here. And then we need a production of these. Now I'm going to put them right there because this should be able to get the power. If not, we're going to move this like right here. And we'll move this right here. I'm glad that we can actually move stuff. So yeah, we're going to be able to mine some of this crystal. We can pause this one. We probably need to resume. Oh, that's only one. Okay, let's pause some of these collectors. Okay, we're gonna keep this one over here. Because this is going to be high priority. Woodwood planks. This is, yeah, so what we're going to do here is this is going to be for storage. Let's do... Let's do a little bit of this. Okay, so this is going to be for the fruit, and this is going to be for the grilled fruit. That they're going to go through and be, yeah, they're just going through and collecting. Definitely tons of food. Okay, we've got 4, so let's go ahead and turn on some of these, and we'll turn on this one. Okay. So we have noodle, vanilla, parmesan, melody, tuna, Humphrey, soba, garlic tofu bao, wasabi, papaya toast, pumpkin, fettuccine, grain, lime, nacho, jam, cashew, and waffle. I love the names. The names are just adorable. Yeah, so it looks like these give 3. Okay, so we still have 6. We could do scaling up, which will allow us to get more. And we can do the, we can go ahead and get the claw maintenance. That'll be perfect. Now we just need to get up to 8 and we can start unlocking these. So I'm thinking this is going to be a perfect place to have... Yeah, we're going to do right here. We're going to do a cat scratching post. Then we're going to do this 2-tier house, which will have... three. Yeah, we'll do 2, 3, 4. That right there. See, that's a double home. We'll do, you know, or I could do single homes. We'll just do that. Let's do some decorations. So we'll have some shrubs. What is this? That's rubble. And we can do... Yeah, let's do a couple more of those. So we've got a nice little housing development right there. There. Okay, so we have, if we can get this area over here to be watered. We could do... I really want right there, but I have a feeling that that's because there's a litter box or something there. Okay, so once these get built, and that's part of it, is we just need a crystal. Where is my... Didn't I build like a miner? Yeah, this is a miner. Yeah, I've got some litter boxes that they just need to build. And we're good. Build a couple litter boxes right there. And I will say I played this before, and this feels like it is like the map itself with the ravines seems like it's more procedurally generated because this is a different layout than what I had before. Let's come over here. Where is here? So if you come here and you go and you do R, you can also rotate it. Yeah, we definitely need to get... We definitely need some kittens. So let's maybe prioritize this one. We still don't have the... Okay, we still don't have the grill either. All right, let's pause a couple. Building lacking power, which one is it? This one. Okay, so what we need to do is we come over here to a pylon, and we put a pylon right here. Once that's built, that will power it, but that's going to take and mean that we're going to need... We're going to need some more power. Yeah, no builders available. Well... Yeah, that's garlic is working there. There we go. Okay, we've got the crystal mason, 2 crystals to 1 crystal block. And this honestly should be enough housing for the entire demo. Once these houses are built, I'm going to demolish these guys. And then I might actually move the town center over a little bit so I can take up more of this space for farmland. Let's build that. Come on, guys. Where are your kittens? Do we need... Do I need to build a little small house right there for temporarily sake? Pause. Which you need to be over here anyway. Yeah, this one can be over here. He's still paused anyway. Let's see. Let's put him. Also, we're going to put 2 side by side. There we go. We'll move the... No, keep the litter box there. We're going to move this guy over here. So we can do this. Then I think I'm going to do... Do I want to do a forester? Yeah, if I do this, I can do all of this, all of the green as a forester. Let's move this over here. So that's... The only thing that I will say is that there does need to be a delete button where you can go through and just delete everything. So we're gonna do a couple of cat boxes. This can go in right here. We'll have another cat box right there. And we got 3 kittens born. Okay, there's 1. Now this holds like 15. These each hold 3. So we don't need this. We're gonna start removing these. Available home space of 6. So I can remove these. Three unsheltered. Okay, so pause. We'll pause that one. So yeah, we're just gonna go through and get as much as possible. Looks like this is gonna get some of that mist extract. Do we have a better one that's... Okay, let's prioritize that. Yeah, it needs crystal blocks, but we just gotta get... Let's just have one. That gives us a dedicated hauler. I like that it's got the little brooms. Oh, we can be unlocking some of these. Tier 2, tier 3. Okay, so this is gonna unlock that one. Honestly, this one's going to be the best. We don't have the stuff to get that one. I want to try to, I honestly want to get this one first. Or I want to get the ink processing. I'm going to wait. Do I have anything else from tier 2? No, tier 2 is all done. So we're looking at tier 3. And let's see if we can prioritize building some of these litter boxes. It would honestly help. So no mist extract. Oh, because we're probably because we've had to pause all the mists. Okay, let's pause this. Can we? I just need one more, and then we'll remove these. That'll get us more wood. And we can get rid of that one. Yeah, the stinky cat is the part that's probably hurting us the most. Okay, and then if we can... We'll unpause that one. There we go. Now we're starting to get some of that back in. We have a gloom storm approaching. No resources for 2. Oh, this one doesn't have resources. Oh, but it will. It will. We'll just... We'll pause it for now. Over here, we can do... a little bit of that will need some power, so we're gonna do, we can do a pylon here. Yeah, we're gonna do the, we're gonna have to do this one. We don't have enough. That is gonna be that's my top priority though. Okay, here's the gloom storm. Coming in, we have 2 litter boxes. Let's move this one. Maybe like right there for now. This one. I want 600. Okay, we're at minus 20 power, so I totally get that. That deep mist collector. that right there. We're gonna have a pylon right there. Watered and growing. What does that mean? Okay, we've got... Yeah, we've got that growing in there. Okay, let's unpause this because we do need to work on expanding the map. And we can do that with these guys. Okay, we need more power. Which means we're going to need to build some more for the power grid because we can't work at a deficit. Alright, this guy, we can move this over to here and we're going to turn him on. Turn this one on. Okay, we're growing trees, so we're going to, I'm putting in where I was missing. I'm sure that everyone loves having a litter box right next to their food. And then this is going to be for mist extract. We can pause the miner because I'm gonna have to get down here. To be able to do anything anyway. And I am going to, yeah, I'm gonna have to get down here. So yeah, this is gonna have to go. I'm gonna need this one right over here. Because I need those crystals. Yeah, cat scratching post, they're doing great on that. No, none of them are gloom sick. They're hungry, rare and grilled fruit. So yeah, they're doing great on that front. Let's come over here. We'll put a tree right there. Hold on, can we maybe prioritize getting any of these? Okay, let's pause the crystal for now. Yeah, there we are. We have total food. We have rad and grilled fruit. So that's good. We can come down here. Let's go ahead and turn that on. We can turn this one on. And we'll move this one over here. Turn that on. Let's see, we can do another decoration right here. Yeah, so I could move this really about 4 or 5 over. So yeah, I could move this easily over here. Let's move these two over here. Actually, wait, let's move that over here. And this one, if I do like that, does that still... Yeah, that's still powered. Yeah, we can't get resources, but that's still there. Now... Hold on. Yeah, that's as high as we can go. All right, for storage, we have a large storage, which means we need 3 crystal blocks, which would be really be better than that. But okay, so this is going to get us a lot more storage. What's over here? We can do ink processing, but okay, here's where we're going to start getting, I think, the gloom stuff. Let's do some trees right here. All right, we can unpause that one, although I don't think we have no resources in range. You know what? Let's go ahead and cut that one off. He's gonna go over here, isn't he? Yeah. He's just a loyal little woodcutter. I will move this down as soon as yeah, so we do have some storage. For the mist here. I think we might just put that over there. If nothing else, so we can just do that. It gives us one more plant. And I think I'm gonna put this, and we're gonna store rads in it once. We can get like right over. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we can do that one. Okay, once we can get some crystals going, some crystal dust going, then we'll start putting in some more stuff. We need more litter boxes. Sometimes I feel like I need these like every 5 feet. Because what I need is I need some kittens, and I don't think I have any. Okay, does this have... No, because I'm willing to bet that does not have... Okay, you don't have anything out there right now. So the second I can get some crushed crystal, yeah, that gives me some crushed crystal. This can go down here. So I need to get that there. We can pause that one. We're going to pause this one. That gives us 1. So here we'll do this, and we'll have this one be crushed and cubed. Yeah, so we got plenty of trees over here for them to get right now. Okay, let's see. Can we get gloom power? Let's do that. No. Let's go ahead and do the ink processing. I'll get gloom power next. I haven't seen the ink wells though, so let's do a litter box there. We'll do another litter box here. And yeah, we'll... Pretty sure this is a litter box. Yeah, we just need... I just need to get the wood up. Oh, there's... And look at that, the little cleric is, by the time I even noticed it, the cleric's already got it handled. Okay, there's that litter box. We can put in another one over here, although this one, we can put it maybe like right here. Hold on, let's put it right like here. Probably a little bit more than what my cats can handle. Okay, we've got, okay, there's the gloom storm's over. I feel like I could handle having another. Okay, that one's good. I think we've got everything except for the crystal. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that was right. Yeah, that's right where we need it to be. So yeah, that's like literally as the crystal is available. So let's get a second miner. No, I don't want to move this one. We'll put a miner there. I don't think that we might put a pause on that one though. No resources in range. Okay, you can go away then. Okay, so we can... I believe that's as far down. No, we can go, I think, one more. Okay, so that's as far down as we can go. Okay, there's the rad. Let's see for storage. Let's do this one as being the for the rad. Not, wait, not. I mean for the grilled fruit. Yeah, and then I've just got 10 blocks there. Okay, we can mine this. Okay, because this is about as many as you'll need. Right here, and we can unpause that because we do need the wood. Please tell me we have kittens coming up. We can get this one, but I want to get the gloom power next. Okay, there's the inkwell. All right, so if we go, where is the ink? Extracts ink from the ink nodes. And what I found out is you don't want to mix the ink with anything. So we can I'm going to pause this one. That's going to give us another builder. Let's put you right about here. We'll do that one. Because we need wood. As soon as I can get these last two. Hold on, let's move this one right here. Yeah, we still need the miners. This one we will pause. But I am going to move it over here so when I do resume it. Same thing with that one. That gives me 4. Do we have more kittens? We have 12 kittens coming up. What I really need is I need this over here. Done. Building lacks power. Okay. So what I'm hearing is we're going to take this and we're going to put a pylon right there. And then we'll prioritize that. And prioritize the ink. Almost done. And prioritize 2 more. Okay, no more resources for here. So let's do that so we can always make sure that we're getting enough crystal up there. Okay, we can get this one. I just needs 2 more crystal. No resources in range. So we're just gonna delete him. Building lacks resources. Yeah, we've got a lot of buildings that lack resources. It's because we need this ink. Fuel power generator. This is really cool because we'll be able to come over here. We can do a forester. Where is right here? We'll move him up here. Okay, there we go. Now we have ink. And I just need... we'll do a woodcutter right here. Just gonna build it up. We're gonna assign someone. Okay, we got 8. So this one, we just need some ink. Oh, you know what we also need? We also need a power. Let's also get... right there. Let's move that up 1. And we'll turn that one on. We have a gloom storm starting. So I'm curious what this is. It says moon drop. Okay, let's move this down to here. All right, now we can kind of start prioritizing this. Okay, we can do maybe a little bit harder claiming out those resources, and we'll get this one. We'll turn that one on, and we'll turn this one on as well. Well, that one's already on. So we have mist extract there. There's that. Okay, we've got this one going in. Got 9 sick cats. Yeah, we need another. Let's get another cleric. Actually, let's get another 2 clerics. All right, once we have... Yeah, unfortunately, my cleric's probably going out and getting these gloom spores, having to deal with these. It's just so cute. Yeah, we've just got a lot of sick cats, and I don't think the sick cats can work. So that's hurting. Stuff. I also want to get another liquid storage. We're gonna do right here, and this one I want to have ink in it. See, we have this. We have another ink extraction right there. Move this up here. Move this over here. Okay, we're gonna do... how far up can we go? Okay, that's as far up as we can go with this forester. So if we do a second forester, we're gonna have more. Do we want to? Well, we do that. We could at least finish out this mana. And then we could close that up. I think I'm going to hold on to it though. Okay, so for here, we can have a wood chopper here. And wood chopper here. What that's going to mean is we're going to need a... here, and we're going to do that. It's going to be a gloom fuel. We're going to need a forester, which we're going to have to shore up some of this area. Yeah, I think right there. So if we can grab... Yeah, we need to have that one to do that. Oh, there's 4 more ink. Or no, we've already got that. Okay, there's another ink. You know, and I'm thinking what we're going to do is this one we're going to put right there. Hold on. This. We can move this to the center here. And this storage we'll put right over here. Because I think, oh yeah, that takes crystals, doesn't it? Okay, yeah, we definitely want to make sure. Yeah, so that's mist extract. And it just goes over, they just load it into this, and that way, yeah, it's... Yeah, we might expand this out and just make it where this is just going to be mist extraction. Okay, let's see. We've got, you know what, we can turn this one back on. Do I have anything else that is currently paused? This one's paused, but let's move those over there. Let's move this over here. So do we have anything else? We have right over here. So we're trying to move, I'm trying to move my mist collectors around. Okay, so what I'm going to do for right now, I plan on eventually moving my forester, but for right now, we're just going to just do that, and then we'll have these going around. How far can we go up? We can actually do these. We can go up another 2, I believe. That might not be able to do the last ones. Yeah, no, we can do those. Okay. We're not going to be able to do these 3, so I can probably just get rid of these. Yeah, just like so. And then right here, we'll do an ink purifier. Which we can do that and get more. Where can we go? Okay, this. Do 2 more trees there. Okay, here we're going to do these. And I think we can do the little half ones. Yeah, we can do rads to here, over, and down from the litter box. Okay, so here we can move this over to right here. Let's do gathering a wood production right here. Yeah, because I need more housing. This one, yeah, we can just move it right there. Okay, this we do not need anymore. This one we don't need anymore. But we could deal with having a wood chopper right there. And we'll have a wood chopper right here. And then over here, we're going to do a power generator. They're dealing with sick cats. See, it just they get sick, they come over here and they get better and then they go. So let's move this one here and this one also like right here. Okay, so this one we can get rid of these mist extractors, or sorry, mist collectors. So we'll move him right there. Let's also make sure that we've got a litter box there. Keep a litter box over here. And we also need that. Okay, then here are the other two. There's more, two more ink. Oh wait, here's the last one. Unlock. Captain, we have a crisis on our hands. The annual Catnip Festival is coming up, but some of our cats have too much grumpiness in their hearts. We need to overcome grumpiness with festiveness. But luckily, since this is just the demo, we don't have to deal with this crisis yet. Whew. The full game will come with new stuff like underwater farms, catnip distribution centers, Manatech, and optional story events that will require you to adjust your production priorities to succeed. See you then. So yeah, we're going to continue. So this one, we can fill that in because I want to move this up just a little bit. Yeah, so we're just going to delete these. I'm not going to do the fill in because that seems to be crashing the demo right now. Which when I played this before, because I played through this demo twice, had a lot of fun with it both times. Just trying to fully empty the map out, or try to fill in the map. There we go. All right, let's speed things up. All right, here, that's fine. This one. Come down here so they can cut. We'll remove, no, hold on. Let's move this over here. And we can move this like right here. And we'll move this cutter like right here. In fact, let's move him like right here. So lots of mist. This one we're working on. See this one. Yeah, we got 20. Do I have any? This is the only mist that we have. What are we missing? We need power. I think some of it is just we need. Hold on. What if we take this thing? Well, let's move it down here so it doesn't have to travel that far. We can build a pylon there. That's some crystal stuff right there. And then I think this is for the blocks. No, this is grilled fruit. Which we can put right there. And this one is also grilled fruit. We'll put it right there. Yeah, when you're out all the way, zoomed out all the way, it goes a little bit slower. So I'm curious, what are some of the changes that are going to be? Is it going to be something like you have different maps to complete and you maybe have different objectives to reach? Or is it just kind of like, here's a map, build a cat civilization, and yeah, you're waiting to be chopped down. Let's put him over here. Let's also do... You should be able to get from there. No, we've got enough. What we should do is maybe have a second. Yeah, look at how fast that came in. That way we can maybe get some more blocks going faster. Because these will each be like 50 each. That's one. I think this is like a mine. Although it says 99, so... Because that's why I'm wondering if... Because there's only so much you can do. Because I need to have this one so I can get my ink stores up. Let's see, up here... Yeah, let's do a couple more of these things. And once those things get all grown up, we'll be able to do that. Okay, this can go. This one and also go. This one can go, and I think that was the last one. We're just going to, just for prosperity's sake, we're going to keep one right here, but we're going to pause it. It's the very last one. It's just a little relic. This guy, we'll move him over here. Let's remove that, and collection will have some of these guys, because we gotta we can get that up. Once we can get this going, okay, we do have that going, so that's 75. We can see if we can remove these. Okay, that's a net. Let's not do that just yet. Let's look at power. Can we do another fuel? It's gonna be another 40. Yeah, we should have enough for that. Look at the yeah, we've got like 33. There's 120 houses. So we can get rid of this one. Yep. But what's gonna happen is we can take this, we'll move it right over here, but it does need power, so we'll do pylon right there. Store for wood. Actually, let's move this down a little. Let's move this down right here. Right there. Let's do a large. And this one's going to be for wood. For here, let's do a second sawmill. So that way we can get some of that sawmill up, because yeah, we've got wood, practically growing on trees here. We do need some more power. So let's prioritize this one. Which, you're hungry. Y'all went through all my food? Okay, let's go through a little bit of wood right there. Get that going. Okay, what do you need for... let's do maybe have a... let's if we delete this one, we delete this one, we can get a second farm or a third farmer right there. If let's save the game. Just because it did, let's try to fill that in. We'll do a ink right there. And creates ravines, we could probably do like that. But we're gonna save it again. Because what we'll do is we'll do a second deep collector right there. There we go. Let's see. We can do right there, and then we'll have another farmhouse right about here. And we'll do another water thing right there. But we will need to have some power, possibly. Okay, this one will be fine. But we'll need a power right there. Ooh, we can detonate. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so we can go in here. Can we do another deep? No, we need... Let's just go ahead and do a couple more there. We have starving cats, but I think we might just be able to do another grill. Yeah, let's hold on. Let's move this over here. And that, so this is a regular fruits. And that's rads. So we could get rid of these. Yeah, I'm thinking let's do this as regular fruits. Yeah, nobody's built that. Okay, so they've got that. Let's go ahead and detonate those. Liquid. Right there. If we put this like right here. There's no resources in range. Yeah, you are good to go. You can be down here. All right, then up here, we're going to just continue to do our rads. Right here. Hold on. How far over does it go? Yeah, we can do that. To there and there. Let's go ahead and do a litter box there and there. And up here. And right there. And there we have our ink stores. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to do another farmhouse right here. And we're just going to load all of this as more rads. In fairness, that's them waiting. Gouda, you can go do something else. Let's just prioritize those. We get this one up and running. Yeah, I think we should be good for that. These I believe just need power. Let's see if we can get a, yeah, we can get that right there. Yeah, no. Frupa, we'll put right there. This one we'll put over here. And then I think we're going to do... like right there. Now we can't do the mushrooms. But it does require a farmhouse. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to have just a few right here just to kind of show them off. But other than that, what I'm going to honestly have is I'm going to put in a forester right here once that tree's down. And that's going to allow me to basically just put in more of these trees. And just fill out this section. Okay, so this one does have enough, but we're gonna do a tree harvester there. And we'll do tree harvester right here. Is it tree harvester? Wood cutter. And that's making sure that this stays nice and busy. And then so that will in turn feed those. We do have plenty of power. How are we doing on crystals? Yeah, we are going to be running low on crystals. Eventually, we are going to run out. But we do want to make sure that... Yeah, okay. I literally, I try to have so many litter boxes and yeah. That guy can go back. Okay, so growing more food, we can have another one right here. Yeah, we can do 2 more. And go up to there, yeah. So that's just however much it can do the space that we can have for these farms. But I'm going to do a couple things. One, we're going to have another farmhouse right here that's going to help out. And then we're going to need another purifier that we're going to put right here. And we're going to also need another pylon. But to get that, we're going to also need... See, that's 1, 2. Yeah, we're going to need to do down here. Now, can we do... Yeah, I need like this one. So we're going to need that as well. Gloom extractor. Okay, and now we will do a pylon right here. Yeah, they are working on those last 2. Let's come over here. Let's build another couple farmhouses. And let's make sure that we've got some more fruit going in. So we've already finished the demo, but you know, I'm just kind of trying to finish playing and seeing if I can, how far I can, how much further I can do. There, that should be plenty. For right now, we'll do there. All right, that should help with our food stores because we've got 2 grills going. And that's Radrads, so we've got plenty of Radrads coming in. It's the grilled fruit that we need. And these are the ones that we can just store fruit while those are working on. How much more do I have? That's okay. I think these are going to probably take the last of. Yeah, because I think these. Yeah, they take crystal blocks, and I'm out of crystal blocks. And there's nothing that I can really do because I don't have access to 4. One goes underwater. Okay, so that's an aquatic one. So yeah, they've got to have some kind of a gem mine. Who knows? I mean, obviously the dev knows, but yeah, we can fill that out. With 4, we'll go ahead and put in another farmhouse here. Put another farmhouse there. Yeah, we're going to, I need that and I need this one, and they're going to have 10. Okay, so this is going to take basically 20 crystal, and that's going to take 80 crystal. I don't think I'm going to have enough to do both of these. Okay, but this one we've got the ink. I mean, we don't have to do these, but it's going to make it where these are much easier. Okay, I think this one we're going... No, I take back this one right here. We'll remove this one. ink. We're going to be able to delete this one. Okay, that's going to give me 25 resources. Oh, there's that. Okay. Crushed crystal. Yeah. Okay. So I might be able to do this. I can't guarantee it. I have a lot of cats that are not doing anything. Yeah, that's gonna have that. Yeah. Those need to have crystals. Yeah, I don't think, because that's gonna be like 4 more. And that's gonna be like 14. This is 12. Yeah, I might. It might be just enough. Maybe not. Because this one takes 14. You know, let's pause this one. I don't think that one's... I'd much rather have the ink, I think. Well, no. Because we have to have this. So yeah, this one's got to be prioritized. But I don't think I have enough for this one. So I think it might be better if I just do that. And then I can... at least get those 2 ink wells done. Okay, if I have any more cats, I will need to build the single homes because I can't build the double homes anymore. It's right here. Okay, there's the ink extractor. Let's do decorations. Can't do another cat post, but we can... Yeah, we can do... We'll do that, and then we'll do... Skip 1. And then we'll do some housing. Yeah, this is what happens when you have like so many cats that are unemployed. This one just needs 2 more. Yeah, we should be good with that. Also can see what all names we have. So we have calamari, matza, ciabatta, mushroom, Greg, loaf, Maxwell, miso, melon, apple, raspberry, ginger, olive, bean, sriracha, sesame, rye, peach, maple, sashimi, tempura, chili, corn, sushi, tamale, syrup, lasagna, pepperoni, chips, feta, pepperoni, tomato, tea, burrito, curry, egg, walnut, onion, pinto, senbai, cake. Pasta ricotta, maca, avocado, Charles apricot, butter, dough, garbanzo, bagel, sisi, jelly, popcorn pie, baguette, carrot, pineapple, undan, taco, donuts, spaghetti, cream, salmon, Gouda, plum, applesauce, soy, Alfredo, lemon, penne, cherry, cheese, relish, wild, mango, pesto, pizza, rice, mint, chowder, sourdough, gravy, sauce, faux, lentil, salt, cookie, chocolate, durian, Frankie, banana, Monterey, bacon, strawberry, noodle, vanilla, parmesan, melody, tuna, Humphrey, soba, garlic, tofu, bao, wasabi, papaya, toast, pumpkin, fettuccine, grain, lime, nacho, jam, cashew, waffle, cat, yakasaba, condiment, ketchup, and panini. So very cool. And we got that one up and we have 6 remaining. So very cool. Again, this is Mistpaw Ravine. This is just the demo. So I am really looking forward to what the rest of this will look like. And yeah, so if you're interested, if you like this, you know, wishlist this, go play the demo. So thank you for watching. Have an utterly fantastic day, and I will see you next time.